in our pursuit to mastering the Arabic alphabets, which will lead us to learning to read the Qur'an with confidence and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which will also help us to read any dua we will come across as far as the Muslim is concerned. In our previous episode, we went through the names of the Arabic alphabets. Today, we are going to cover the sounds and the status of the Arabic letter in the Arabic alphabets. Leave everything aside and let's dive in this together. Coming up.
خل القرآن يسدده خلق القرآن ويرشده يسعى في العلم ويؤثره ويثابر فيه ويسنده أولى حق لا يغفله حق المولى فيوحده ينقاد لشرعة خالقه ليس الشهوات تقيده إن سمع أو رأى كثر أضحى لله تعبده لا يتبع مهيع مبتدع يقف الهادي ويقلده والقلب سليم من مرض يحوي القرآن يمجده يتلو ما يتلو من ذكر يتدبره ويردده.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Baba Salam and I welcome you to a new episode from the Juz Amma Practical Tajwid series brought to you by TVQ.Academy. This is the second episode of 4 which covers the Arabic alphabets. In the previous episode we covered the Arabic alphabets, the names, how to recognize them. Today we are going to cover the status of the Arabic letter and the sounds of the Arabic letter. And before that, I would like to clarify on the arrangement of the Arabic letters which we covered in our last episode.
والقلب سليم من مرض يحوي القرآن يمجده يتلو ما يتلو من ذكر يتدبره ويردده.
This is what I presented last week, and I mentioned that this is Alif and this is Hamza, yes, and we also have at the end here Lam Alif. Okay, in some Arabic books, the Hamza, in fact in all Arabic books, the Hamza, this Hamza is put at the end here after the Lam Alif and before the Ya. And we will always have Alif at the beginning. All right. Today we are going to come to an agreement that this Alif, whenever it is mentioned in the Arabic alphabets, although it is written Alif or something like this, it is referring to Hamza. All right. So at the beginning, whatever you see here, whether it is this or it is this, it is called Alif, but it is meant to refer to Hamza. And I did put Alif and then put Hamza here. Next, if we have the Alif here, which represents Hamza, why is it that some do put Hamza at the end here? All right. And this Lam Alif, why is it here? This Lam Alif is basically the real Alif in the Arabic alphabet. It is important to understand that Alif has got no sound on its own. Yes, Hamza has its sound on its own, which will come to later on, but Alif has got no sound on its own unless it is linked to another letter. And the letter that comes with it can only be Fatha. So that's why they put Lam together with the Alif to represent the Alif. So together it is say La. You can actually remove this and put any other letter of your choice and you will still have the sound of the Alif. Wa, Ha, Qa, Ka. But they put Lam to help it accordingly. Now, if we have this Alif here, which represents Hamza, let's remove it, and then we will have Alif, which is Hamza, and then we will also have Lam Alif here, which is basically the Alif. Therefore, there is no need to put Hamza here. So, the arrangement will look like this. We have it like this, Alif, but it is meant to be Hamza, and then all the way down to Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Waw, Lam, Alif. So this Alif here, although it is pronounced Alif at the beginning, but it is meant to be Hamza. So you can just say Hamza, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, or you can just say Alif, and Majazan, it is Hamza, Ba, Ta, Tha, and then you move on. Now if you come down here, you have Lam, Alif. This Lam, Alif is to basically cater for Alif, and therefore there is no need for Hamza since this is Hamza. And with that, we have 29 letters for the Arabic alphabet. There is one more thing I would like to highlight, which is basically, if you look at this, you have the arrangement we have shared last week and also agreed upon a few seconds or a few minutes ago. But we have on the left side of the screen also Arabic alphabets. Forget about the Hamza you see here, since we have already agreed that we will not be having Hamza, since this Alif, whether with the symbol of the Hamza or not, it is Alif, so this is Hamza, correct? And therefore we have Lam Alif over here at the end here, and this is the real Alif. And therefore, since this is Hamza, there is no need for this to be here regardless. So we have Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Dhal, Ra, Zai, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha, Ain, Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Waw, Lam, Alif, Ya. On the other side, we have the same thing, and this comes from a printed book, all right? Everything seems the same, except the fact that the arrangement of the Ha and Waw on the right side of the screen compared to its arrangement on the left side of the screen differs. And this is where they are different. So we have Ha, Waw, and then we have Waw before Ha on the printed book, which I'm talking about. So which is which? If you go to more authenticated Arabic books, in other words, if you go to Arabic books with higher authority, you will find that the arrangement is Ha and then Waw. Some of them will still have the Hamza, this Hamza. Some of them will still have this Hamza. But if I am to write a book for this purpose today, the arrangement of this will remain. The Hamza this way will come here, and the Ha and Wa will come here, and the Hamza will be removed. All right? So to the best of my knowledge, the arrangement of the alphabet this way is the most accurate one, and the removal of the Hamza is even more accurate. There's no need to put Hamza here. And the Lam Alif must be here. And it is for the purpose of the Alif that the Lam is put there. And this, although it is pronounced Alif, it is meant to be Hamza. Therefore, one can start with Hamza. And later on, you will see that all the examples and applications, no Alif is here, but it is rather Hamza, and so on. And I hope this is clear enough for anyone who may have questions. And please do let your questions come in, because it is with those questions that we are able to clarify things and make things clearer for others. So now, if you go to the market and you want to purchase a book for this particular purpose or reason, which one should I go for? Okay, if you already have the background knowledge, you take a look. If the book has if the book has Ha before Waw, then it is more authenticated than a book with Waw before Ha. Now, should I look for the book with Hamza or without Hamza? If the book has the Alif or the Hamza here and does not have Hamza here, I will prefer that. But if the book have the arrangement of the Ha before Waw and then still have Hamza, there's no harm taking it. But if there is another book without the Hamza, with the arrangement much as we have here, why not? That is more accurate for the sake of your children and accuracy. Yeah. So with that, I hope we have made the needed clarification before we move on to the content of today's episode, which is basically to get to know the sounds of the Arabic alphabet. If you have not seen the previous episode, I will suggest that you go back to the previous episode and make sense of it before coming to this, so that this will be easier for you, inshallah ta'ala.
وإذا الخيرات له سنحت قنص الخيرات تصيده يتواضع لله الأعلى في كل مآل يحمده.
But before we move on to the sounds of the Arabic alphabet, let us take a look at the English alphabet, and from there we can build on to the Arabic alphabet. The English alphabet contains 26 letters, of which 5 are known to be vowels, and the remaining are consonants, with exception of one which is a special vowel. The Y here is a special vowel. Sometimes it has the sound of a vowel, and sometimes it is a consonant. In the end, the English alphabets are grouped or categorized into 2 categories. One category of vowels, which are 5 letters, A, E, I, O, and U, and a special vowel, and the remaining are all consonants. If you take a look at this, the consonants can come singular on its own, like you can see here in good, just like the G or the D. You may come across 2 different consonants, one after another, ST, study. You may come across a consonant of the same which come after another, happy, for example, as you have here. And for that matter, the Y here is a special consonant since it sounds E, happy. And the consonants may come 3 together, one after another, spray, as you can see here, and as PPR. These are also consonants that come after another. The consonants also can come up to 6, one after another, as you can see in catchphrase. This is how the English alphabets and the English phonemes work. But why am I giving the example of this? It's because sometimes, because we have the English background, or we know how the English alphabet work and how the English sounds work, we want to put it equal to the Arabic, and it doesn't work that way. Why? Because if the English alphabet is grouped into 2, the Arabic alphabet is not grouped that way. Therefore, if in English you have vowels, it doesn't mean that in Arabic it must be vowel. How the vowel started to end up being called vowel is different from how it may work in the Arabic. And just because there are consonants in English, there must be consonants in Arabic. They may be accidentally, but they are called differently. So let's call them as they are called in Arabic, and if we translate their names, we have to translate it literally, and we don't equalize it with the English words or the English names. Therefore, we don't have vowel in Arabic. We don't have consonants in Arabic. We have an active letter and a silent letter. Active letter have its meaning and implications. Silent letter has its meaning and implication. And every letter in Arabic can be active and can be silent at the same time. Unlike in English, there are consonants, there are vowels. In Arabic, every letter can be active and can be silent. This active is what is called what? A vowel in English, and this silent is what is called consonant in Arabic, in English. But in Arabic, it's not like that, all right? So if we move on to the Arabic letters, these are the letters. We have alif, hamza, all right? Ba, ta, tha, jim. All these letters, every letter you see here has the status of activeness as well as the status of silence, with the exception of alif. Alif, not lam alif. Of course, it's lam alif, but it's alif. So hamza is here. It can be active, it can be silent, just like all the other letters. We may want to know that every letter in the Arabic alphabet makes its sound from its name. For instance, ba, the name is ba, and then sound is ba, or bi, or bu. And ta, the name is ta, and the sound is ta, T, tu, and so on. Except Hamza. Hamza. Hamza is the name, and the sound is a, I, u, and it is not ha, hu, or something. So all the letters, their sounds come from their names, except Hamza, and of course, except Alif as well, because Alif does not have a sound on its own. We will explain that later on. If this is understood, let's take a look at the Arabic. Let's take a look at the status of the Arabic letter. Every Arabic letter except Alif is either active or silent. So a letter in Arabic is either active or silent. So we don't say consonant or vowel, long vowel, short vowel. All these are in English. It may coincidentally relate to Arabic, but Arabic ecosystem of the language works differently. So every letter in Arabic is either active or silent. And when a letter is active, the activeness of a letter occurs when the organs involved, because every letter has a point of articulation. And at each point of articulations, there are organs that click and touch one another for the sound to be produced. So the activeness occurs when the organs involved at the point of articulation touch and separate. So these organs, the organs involved must touch and separate. It's only when they separate that the activeness takes place. For instance, we have kaf, we have ta, we have ba. How do we pronounce active sound for kaf? We must say ka, ka, ka. If the organs touch and stop there, it will not pronounce an active sound. It may produce a sound, yes, but not an active sound. Try, say k. So that k is a silent sound rather than an active sound. To produce an active sound from it, you must say ka, to open, open. So the organs involved must touch and open. Ka, ka. Next letter will be ta, ta, ta. And the next letter will be ba, 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 ka, ta, ba, ka, ta, ba. This is what active letter means or activeness mean. And an active letter can be fatha, kasra, or dhamma. So now we are talking about different types of activeness. So there are three different types of activeness, main types: fatha, kasra, or dhamma. A fatha for ba will be ba. A kasra will be ti, for instance. And a dhamma will be ku, for instance. You can apply this activeness or these different sounds of activeness on every single letter in the Arabic alphabet, except alif. So when we say fatha, ba, and we say kasra, ti, we say dhamma, tu, we can move these symbols to the other letters accordingly. It can be bi, it can be bu, it can be ta, it can be tu, it can be ka, it can be ki. All right? So ba, bi, bu, ta, ti, tu, ka, ki, ku, as you wish, or as the formation of the word requires. So we have over here ku, ti, ba. Ku, ti, ba. Please pay attention to the fact that when I say ku, I just say ku, ti, ba, and I do not drag or prolong it. So I don't say ku, ti, ba. I don't say that. I just say ku, ti, ba. Ku, ti, ba. Because we must start practicing on the precision of our pronunciation from now. Otherwise, it will affect our Quran reading later on. It will also affect our Arabic pronunciation later on. So ku, ti, ba, not ku, ti, ba. Ku, ti, ba may be applicable at the right time, not now. So we have ku, ti, ba. Moving on, silent letter. Silence for a letter is produced when the organs at the point of articulation collide or they touch without separating, as we mentioned earlier on. All right? And the example will be right? So in order to produce a silence for a letter, apply an active letter before that in order to be able to produce. So that's why we have here aktubu, and the point here is the kaf with the silent symbol you can see on it. So aktubu. Now, if you look at the symbols put on top of the kaf, ta, and ba, they look something like the head of the ha, the head of the jim, the head of the kha, all right? But sometimes it is a rounded symbol. In the Quran, you will always see it like this, all right? But in classical Arabic, it will look different. Now, we also have emphasized letter. An emphasized letter is produced when an active letter is combined with a silent letter of the same type. A silent letter of the same type. So you have over here, hatta, for example. This is ha, this is ta, supposed to say hata. But because it is emphasized, so this symbol is always put there on top of the letter which is meant to be emphasized for it to happen. So it is hatta, all right? Hatta, but originally it's supposed to be like this. Hatta, silent letter, active letter of the same letter. Now when we look at hatta, let's also take a look at tanween. Tanween is a silent noon which is attached to an active letter in Arabic and is pronounced but not written. How does it look like? It is symbolized by doubling the symbol of fatha or kasra or dhamma. So any letter you see these two symbols on top of it, and we said a symbol of fatha will be like this. So when it's double, it is tanween. A symbol of kasra will be below. When it's double, it is tanween for the kasra. A symbol of dhamma can be like this for tanween in the Quran, or the double of the small waw. Okay, so different font type will give you different thing, but it will be like this in the Quran most of the time. So this is basically tanween. And we said the exception to all this is alif and not hamza. Hamza can have fatha, kasra, dhamma. It can have silence. It cannot be emphasized. But alif is always silent, which comes in the form of mad and can only come with fatha. All right. And the example will be like this: Qala Rabbana. You see, this is alif, so we say qa. This is la. This is alif, la. This is alif, na. There is no way this alif can come after a letter with kasra. There's no way this alif can come after a letter with dhamma. It can only come after a letter with fatha. So this is the exception. So taking a look at this, we have active letter fatha, and fatha is a symbol that is drawn like this on top of the letter, and it's called fatha. Kasra is a symbol like this that is usually drawn beneath or below the letter. And then dhamma is usually a symbol like this that is drawn on top of the letter. This looks like wow, but it may also come on top of the real wow. Okay, so fatha, kasra, and dhamma. When it is doubled, it is fathatan, kasratan, and dhammatan. The main activeness is fatha, kasra, and dhamma, as well as below fatha there is fathatan, below kasra, together with kasra there is kasratan, and then together with dhamma there is dhammatan. And we have silent letter which is drawn like this, and in the Quran it is drawn like the little head of the ha, and we call sukun. Silent letter is called sukun. Sukun means silence. All right. And then we have emphasized letter, and the symbol of the emphasis will usually look like this, and it's called shadda or tashdid.
أجمل بوفاء شيده وعفاف قل مشيده لا يخطو نحو مذممة شلت عن إجرام يده.
With that, we're moving on to learning the examples of the sounds of each individual letter accordingly, inshallah. you will be surprised to know that Hamza is a letter that cannot be emphasized. We mentioned about emphasis of letters, right? Hamza cannot be emphasized. That's why here I have used some letters to represent Hamza for the purpose of emphasis, not for anything else. That is one. Hamza cannot also be silent with another Hamza. So when it is silent with another Hamza, that Hamza is turned into an automatic alif. So we have over here a, I, u, a. Now we say abba. We put this ba here to represent Hamza. Otherwise, we cannot say a. We cannot say I. In Arabic, in the entire Arabic, there is no emphasis Hamza. All right. We cannot also say u. That it doesn't exist. Even if this one is changed into any letter, Hamza cannot have emphasis. So we have a, I, u, a, abba, abbi, abbu. Moving on, we have ba, bi, bu, ab, abba, abbi, abbu. All right. Moving on, ta, ti, tu, at, atta, atti, attu. Please pay attention to the fact that I say ta, ti, tu. I don't drag. I don't prolong. Ta, ti, tu. We will do that at the right time. Now we are producing the sound of what is written. So we don't add something that is not visible on the screen or in the book. So we have ta, ti, tu, at, atta, atti, attu. All right. We have tha, thi, thu, ath, atha, athi, athu. We have ja, ji, ju, aj, ajja, ajji, ajju. Why did I say aj? I could have said aj. One can say aj, but in Quran reading we don't say aj, we say aj, aj. So it's good for us to start practicing the correct way of saying it, so that when we come to the real practice or real application, we are able to do it, and when it's explained, we can understand it easily. So it is aj, aj, aj. So you say aj to identify the point of articulation, but you say aj, aj in real practice. So it is ja, ji, ju, aj, ajja, ajji, ajju. I don't say ajju, ajju, and I don't also say ajju, 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 ajju. Next, ha, hi, hu, ah, aha, ahi, ahu. All right. Kha, khi, khu, akh, akha, akhi, akhu. Da, di, du, ad, adda, addi, addu. Dha, thi, thu, adh, adha, adhi, adhu. Ra, ri, ro, ar, arra, arri, arro. I will appreciate very much if here you can pay attention to how I produce or I pronounce the different ra as they fall. Ra, ri, ro. I didn't say ra, re, ro. I say ra, ri, ra, ri, ro. Ar, arra, every. Pay attention to this. Arra, every, arro. If you go back to some of our episodes in the previous surahs, you will find explanation to this, inshallah ta'ala. Moving on. Za, zi, zu, az, azza, azzi, azzu. Sa, si, su, as, assa, assi, assu. Sha, shi, shu, ash, asha, ashi, ashu. Sa, si, so, as, الص 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 ض ض ض الض 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 ط ط ط أط أط الط 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 أط 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 ظ ظ ظ ظ أظ الظ الظ الظ. Please pay attention to it. ظ ظ ظ, not ظ ظ ظ. ظ ظ ظ أظ أظ الظ 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 ع ع عي عو أع أع أعي أعو. Here, as a matter of fact, I will say Hamza at the beginning, there was no letter or symbol for Hamza. So one of the Arabic scholars suggested to take the head of the Ain to represent Hamza. Why? Because Hamza and Ain are close to their makhraj. They don't come from the same makhraj, but they are very close. All right? So Hamza, the head of Ain, was used to represent Hamza. So we have here Hamza, it is not Ain, Ain is not Hamza. A, I, U, A, A. Has this been Hamza? I wouldn't be able to say I can only say if you go back to the previous one. So here we have A, 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 A. We have Ghain, Gha, Ri, Ru, Agh, Agh, Aghi, Aghu. Fa, Fi, Fu, F, Affa, Affi, Affu. Qa, Qa, Qi, Qu. Aqo, Aqqa, Aqqi, Aqqu. Ka, Ki, Ku. Ak, Akka, Akki, Akku. So pay attention to the previous one. I said Aqo for the Qaf. But over here for the Kaf, I said Ak, because in the Quran reading, this is how we are supposed to apply it. All right, next. La, li, lu, al, alla, alli, allu. Ma, mi, mu, am, amma, ammi, ammu. Na, ni, nu, an, anna, anni, annu. Ha, hi, hu, aha, ahi, ahu. Pay attention that this ha is totally different from ha. That one we said ha, hi, hu, aha, ah. Here we say ha, hi, hu. It's more open. Ha, hi, hu, ah, aha, ahi, ahu. And we have wa, wi, wu, aw, aw, awwa, awwi, awwu. We have ya, yi, yu, ay, ayya, ayyi, ayyu. Where is the lam alif? There is no lam alif, or there is no alif because we said alif has no sound of its own. You can only make sound for alif when you put a letter with fatha before it. That's where la, ma, qala, rabbana comes in. So we move from waw all the way to ya straight away without bypassing the lam, alif, or the alif accordingly. So we have ya, yi, yu, ay, ayya, ayyi, ayyu. With that, we have come to the end of practicing the sounds and the status of the Arabic alphabets. Please do know that all the examples we have given from Hamza, Ba, Ta, all the way to Ya, you can find it in a file which I have created for your practicing convenience. So you go to the link I am providing in the description below and go to the Dropbox folder here. You don't need to have a Dropbox in order to be able to download it. Just go here to download and then direct download, and then you will be able to download whichever you want. So choose, this is the second file for today. So you have part 2. Part 1 is for last week and part 2 is here. This is for your own use and your own convenience, inshallah ta'ala. If you have any questions, do let me know, inshallah. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of the Juz Amma Practical Tajweed series, the special episode, Arabic alphabets, and this is part 2 of it. Until we meet in our next, I hope that you do practice the part 1, the part 2, and develop more confidence so that part 3 will be more part 3 will be more fun, more exciting, inshallah ta'ala. Until we meet in our next episode, I leave you in Allah's protection. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
هذا الوهاب سيكرمه وبرحمته يتغمده ويذيع الله له ذكرا وإلى الآباد يخلده. هذا مني وأنا منه وفضائله ستسوده. طابت في الدنيا عيشته وعوالي الجنة موعده. طابت في الدنيا عيشته وعوالي الجنة موعده.